Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You weren't expecting my voice, were you? Welcome to the AFK podcast episode, whatever episode we're
32.
on. 32, there you go. Half a stack, baby.
We're doing pretty well.
Today it is an odd episode because it is just me and Nathan at the
Again.
minute. Isaac, for personal reasons, has not joined this episode, but we're here. We can do it,
Yeah, we don't need
and
him.
we don't need a third host. This is how the podcast was originally going to be.
It was. And then some
And then we
audio,
had I
I think it
yeah
was.
we had well yeah the audio issues happened, and then we decided to just drag Isaac on. So
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, no, so we have a small bit of news today and then a kind of rushed main topic, but we're going to get through
Mm.
this. We're more than
I mean,
capable.
that's a good amount of stuff, I'd say, for
Yeah,
news.
yeah, yeah. We can definitely yap about this for a while.
Yeah.
We're professionals. Come on, my
It
channel's like
takes
literally
as
all
long as it
about
needs
yapping.
to. So,
Yep. So, getting straight into things, what is the most interesting thing that's happened this week? For me personally, I believe it is this new little Xbox mistake they made, where they
yeah.
accidentally published and then pulled a mock-up revealing a Steam Games category on the Xbox UI.
Mm.
So obviously, previous leaks and rumors have been discussing a Windows-based Xbox console, which will have access to Windows, like, not what's the word, search engines and Steam,
Yeah.
which is a very, very promising area for the consoles. Obviously, a lot of indie games and such release purely on Steam, which console players rarely get a chance to try out, as some indie game devs don't have the skill set or the time and budget to port these games to Xbox.
Mm.
So this will open up a really, really big area. Obviously, these games will still likely need console controller support, though
Yeah.
I think Steam has this thing where it kind of uses a Steam input
Mm.
for games that aren't fully supported. So maybe it will. It'll just involve obviously the controller inputs being mapped over
Yeah.
through some software, kind of like that software I used to use, which can't remember what it was, but it was like Rewazd or something, and it kept stopping me from being able to launch anything with BattleEye. So,
Mm.
but yeah, I think it is really interesting, and yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean,
What are your thoughts?
I'm just looking at the mock-up now. So it's if you've played, well, not played, but if you've used the Xbox app on PC, it's that screen, and there's like recently added, installed, owned, Game Pass, Steam owned action adventure, like different genres. So
Hmm.
implementing your library into Xbox app, which PC, no one's gonna use that because what's the point? But I don't think it shows anything for how it's gonna look on Xbox.
Yeah,
Um,
this
they're
looks
mainly
like
it's
it was
mainly
an
for
accidental update.
yeah, like it shows like I'm guessing that's meant to be a monitor and then like a laptop, a phone, and a tablet. Because Xbox's
Hmm.
entire brand now is anything's an Xbox. The tagline for this
Yeah,
mock-up was "Opening a billion doors with Xbox," which
it's interesting in this graphic though
hmm,
that the series have been showcased. And is that a Steam Deck in the middle?
I think that's a
Almost.
different
Or is that the
Verizon.
Asus
Oh,
thing?
it might be that. I don't know. I only really know the Steam
The
Deck.
ROG something.
I think that might be one of them. Yeah, that's the Series X. I think that's the 2 TB version. That's not the base
Um,
version because it looked different.
that's the limited edition one, I
That one,
believe.
yeah, which I think's already been revealed.
But then there's a Series S, which would make me think that a Series X would also be, or a regular one.
Hmm,
Like, it's nothing to do with this edition.
yeah, but so yeah,
Very, very
oopsie
interesting, and
slips
you
up
have all your
from.
stuff in one place.
Although I'm pretty sure this has been rumored for months about
Oh
some
yes,
kind
this
of
has been
Steam
rumored for a long, long
implementation.
time.
Yeah, and
But I think it'd be a good change.
yeah, there's also stuff about which I forgot to mention. I think Xbox said on a podcast about 2027 new console.
Hmm.
That's their next gen Xbox successor.
Yeah.
And then 2025, I believe the rumor is the handheld comes out
Hmm.
this year or next year,
What if I want to go try and search what
which
handheld that is.
we don't know what it is. Well, all we know is it's an Xbox
Modern
handheld.
handheld.
But
I'm talking about in the graphics.
oh, no idea. But I mean,
Search.
I'm guessing it
What's
has to be near a
the
Series S because Phil Spencer said we want games to run on Series S so then they can run on the handheld, which was his defense for the Series S.
yeah.
But yeah.
I found out what handheld it is. It is the ROG Ally
Oh, in the mock-up, yeah.
by Asus. Yeah.
Yeah, the official Xbox handheld, which will probably just be like a different company making it. I don't think Microsoft itself will make it. I think
Yeah.
it will be licensed out and they'll just have the Xbox branding.
hmm
But so yeah, Xbox still trying, not really
hmm
succeeding, but
They noticed that they can't really go one direction, so they're trying another direction, which I respect.
yeah, like no one's buying an Xbox anymore,
Like
and
it
yeah,
would be such a weird day if like Xbox just stopped entirely, considering how much we kind of grew up with Xbox.
yeah, it'll definitely be odd because then PlayStation has no competitor in the console market anyway, because
hmm
Nintendo does their own thing, and
God, could you imagine the prices?
yeah, exactly. I think it's gonna be so
Dear God,
expensive because they put the monopoly. They can do what
they
they
already
want.
like pushing the look.
Disney.
Now we've proved we can boycott Sony.
Yeah, and it does work. So
Sony's our little bitch, right?
mm,
Nah. Okay, well, I think we've discussed that. So, moving on with some more gaming news. I say we keep it Microsoft related.
hmm
So, Minecraft Live happened this week. Me and Nathan both streamed it last night. My video got claimed, his didn't. Could not tell you why, but evidently racism.
that's a podcast. Oh yeah,
Yep.
cool, cool.
Screw Microsoft, screw Warner Bros, whoever it was that the claim. But yeah, some little things were revealed. Some parts of the movie, some new game updates, and I think what else was revealed? Oh yeah, this. Oh, and a very nice graphical change.
Yeah, yes,
So I guess we should talk about the movie first, as seeing as we're going to see
yeah.
it
We got
on release.
two new clips. I think I can't remember off the top of my head.
I just think it was the one. No,
Oh, it might have just been the one then, because I know there's the stash, and then there's the village
I
scene.
don't remember seeing
I
the
think the
stash.
stash might have been
So,
afterwards. But
hmm.
we got to look at the village that Steve lives in.
Yep,
Sorry, Jack Black lives in,
right
and
this way.
right this way. And yeah, this movie looks bad. It's gonna be funny though.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be funny bad.
yeah, we're going to
Which
see it.
is more that you can say than
On paper as
Borderlands.
well. Yeah,
So
can't be worse than that, right?
no,
Right.
no, because Borderlands didn't even look good. Like it didn't even look
hmm
funny, like funny bad. This looks funny bad. So I think
Yeah.
well, this will be really enjoyable to watch.
I mean, I know it's not going to be a complete mockery of the game, at least because most of the cast
Yeah,
are fans of the
and
game.
Mojang seems pretty involved.
Very involved, yeah.
So
So it'll
uh,
just be like their capabilities in terms of writing and stuff.
yeah, maybe it'll be better than the Mario movie.
hmm
I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
have to see. We have just over 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, sorry, until it
Yeah.
releases. So,
I mean, I can understand a little bit, but also not. It's conflicting because people complain about Jack Black as Steve through his delivery of lines and his figure.
mm,
But honestly, I'd rather Jack Black, who is known to play Minecraft, over someone like Chris Pratt, who doesn't really seem like he
Koopas.
plays much video games.
At least Jack
uh,
Black is entertaining.
yeah.
So, like, he's
No,
funny
Chris
to
Pratt can be good.
watch.
Like I've watched. Have you watched? Oh, what's it called? Parks and Rec.
I mean, yeah, that is true. I forgot
He's
he's in
really
that.
funny in that. And I like a lot of his improv.
Mm,
I think he just works better when he's not restricted to kids' humor.
mm.
Jack Black's got the much larger range in terms of humor.
Yeah, I like
But
how
yeah,
Jack
no.
Black plays into it a lot.
I'm just
So,
talking about the fact that Jack Black's more
but
passionate about it as opposed to an
yeah.
actor who's never played Minecraft.
Mm.
So yeah, I appreciate they're putting that over the actual actor's look.
And plus, he's a big
But
name,
yeah,
so money.
yeah, they still get the star power in. It was thoughtful star power though.
Hmm.
But
And
yeah, now let's. I guess we should move on to the actual update, or part of the update that'll be coming.
mm, a good update. I like
So,
this one.
Oh yeah, yes.
It's
I
like
mean, we get a
s-
new update in 2 days as well
oh yeah,
with
it's like
all
I
the
always
quality of
say,
life stuff.
if I ever watch a Minecraft live, my expectations are on the floor because they just never
I am
impress
some
me.
pretty lazy.
They're so lazy. Like
The last update which actually interested me was the Trials one.
yeah,
I think that was the
that's
last major update.
yeah. I think that was just before they stopped doing
Mm.
the big updates.
But it is still a little underwhelming compared to like caves and cliffs and the whole
Mm.
Nether. The Nether update is still my favorite update by far.
Yeah.
So many
Oh.
new biomes, new
Mm.
structures, and entirely new equipment.
Mm.
And it wasn't all just like retextured of something existing. No, it was like brand new tree types and new textures for them, like
Yeah.
actual unique ones.
Unlike that
But yeah,
last one, we got the
retextured dark oak.
retextured dark oak. It just
No unique shape, no nothing.
nope, just a retexture. Not even it just turning the color down a bit. That's all they did.
Just desaturated, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the
The
cooler thing.
creaking's cool, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
like the creaking. Creaking.
I just wish it was a bit more of a threat.
Hmm. But the
But yeah,
cooler thing was what was shown at the end,
hmm
which
a
the
brand new mob that is also utilized and has a unique obtainment like method, kind of.
hmm.
Though it is kind of similar to turtle eggs, I guess. But
Yeah.
so the happy ghast was the big reveal at the end of this,
Hmm.
which is obtained by going to the Soul Sand Valleys, finding a dried ghast, hydrating it until it grows into a ghastling, and then grows up into a happy ghast.
And they are awesome.
They look very cool,
You
yeah.
can feed them snowballs.
hmm And the most notable thing from it is you can put a saddle on them.
Mm.
He gets his little goggles, and you can fly on him. But I
Hmm.
think the most neat part is it is a platform mob.
Yeah.
You can just stand on its head and build. Well, not like build on the mob,
Mm.
but like you can build using the mob to reach like corners that you couldn't without scaffolding and such.
Yeah. There's also
Which
the
once again makes the scaffolding block more useless.
yeah. What was it? 4 players can also ride on it as well, which is quite
Yeah,
cool. I'm guessing more
can
as
have a little.
well. Unless, I mean, it must be more if you can all stand on it. Unless they like,
I don't know if you'd be
I
able
guess
to
it just
stand it
depends
when
how it
it's
works when you're
moving.
moving. Yeah.
'Cause I know, like, looking at games like Ark and stuff, which have platform saddles, they don't sync the best on multiplayer.
Mm.
Like, I'm not sure. Have we ever played a server where you've been on a platform saddle in Ark?
Nope.
It's just a lot of people like jolting back and forth. Like, it's registered that on the platform, but visually it can't keep up.
Hmm.
So it's just a lot of rubber banding around.
But what's one thing that I saw was quite interesting. I was doom scrolling on TikTok and I found there's an achievement regarding a ghast, which I'm trying to find it now to make sure that it is
Bringing
real.
it to the overworld and kill it.
Yeah, it says rescuing it, but according to that title, let me try and find it. Um, what's the achievement called? Um, okay, I can't find it. Okay, we'll just look at so it says rescue a ghast from the Nether and bring it safely to the overworld, which means that they were just never meant
Mhm.
to be there. That's why they're so sad because they're not from there, which
I
makes sense
swear
now
that
why they.
achievement involves you killing the
Yeah, you have to
ghast.
kill it at the end. It's like rescue him from the overworld and then murder him. It's like oh, it's nice, but you have to kill him.
You can't say I remember getting that achievement on a
Mm.
Java edition.
So yeah, so I guess
Yeah,
this is probably like Metal Gear Solid 5 where they found a little loophole. So I thought, okay, right, we'll make something out of this.
yeah,
So
no, that is.
do you hear this?
Wait, does that mean Metal Gear 5 is just made because there was a loophole?
Yeah, there's a plot hole at the end of Metal Gear 1. So that's the ending of Metal Gear Solid 5, which I won't spoil for
Oh,
people who haven't played the game yet. But yeah.
I mean, that's a fair way to try and patch it up.
Hmm. So if the reason that game's
Yeah.
ending exists is because of a plot hole.
hmm
So nice.
I guess to finish up Minecraft Live, the final thing, which is the one I'm the most excited about, is vanilla shaders.
Mm.
Minecraft is doing, what was it, vibrant visuals?
Yeah, Bedrock only
It,
currently.
yeah, it's got in the coming months.
Mm.
And then they're planning on porting it to Java. It is a inbuilt shader for the game, which is toggleable. which both consoles and PC will be able to access. I'm assuming also applicable mobile devices that are still supported.
Mm.
It seems a lot of support has been dropped for some mobile devices recently.
Oh, with
But
Minecraft
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. Because obviously each generation it gets more
Yeah,
outdated and harder to update.
that makes
So
sense.
some get deprecated. But no, and I really like it because it doesn't have like the softer shadows that most shaders have. It's got the pixely ones which match the actual items,
Mm.
which I think some shaders have had that in the past, but to see it official so console players can also do it, I think is a really nice change.
It does look really
I
nice.
think I'll I think I'll start honest, I'm gonna try and get into Minecraft and start my own like solo survival world when
Mm.
that drops.
Yeah,
Just because I've always wanted to, but I can never keep it up.
and it is something where the host can have it on, but not everyone else in the world, which is nice.
It's gonna be device client
So
specific.
that's nice. But yeah, it looks nice. I mean, as like I think I said in the live stream that this is something they've been trying to get to work. They announced years ago, and you said they've been trying to get it to was it like work for years because they can't figure it out.
I know it's been in trial recently, like for like a year about now. Like
Mm.
there's like a toggleable. Oh, what was it? It was an. Let me go try and find
Because
the
I
bit.
swear,
It was an
I think it was
IBX
when
Toy Cat video, I think.
the Series X was coming out. They were showing Minecraft off with like ray tracing and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So,
That's
and then it
the ray
never
tracing
came.
setting was ray tracing world. I don't think it was ever on series though.
Yeah.
Let me try and find this video because there was some sort of shader thing which was implemented to Windows 10 edition in the base game,
Hmm.
but it was so long ago I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
And the only thing I remember was a YouTuber called IBX Toy Cat covering it.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna scroll through that. Would you like to quickly just take over the next topic?
Yeah. So the next topic is I don't know. Let's see let's see what I will choose for us. Let's jump into the let's do this one. AC Shadows has 1 million players on launch day. So
Hmm
obviously, new Assassin's Creed game released to pretty good reviews. I think it's sitting at an 81 on Metacritic right now. I'm gonna double check that though. Um, Assassin's Creed. Oops. I think it is. It's 81 on Metacritic, which pretty good. Most of the critiques that I've seen is just that it's pretty boring. After a while, which yeah, that's literally every Ubisoft game. They're fun and they're boring after you do the same thing 50 times over. But um, obviously, with this being just the players, it means that the sales aren't very good because I believe Ubisoft stock went down last night
Yeah.
because, like I said, it's just the players, not
Yeah.
sales, which is what
Is
is
it on Game
important.
Pass?
I think it's on Ubisoft Connect Play, sorry, a Plus. So I think people have played it through that because it's £14 a month, and you can beat those games in like 2 weeks. So people have went, I'm just gonna buy that for 15 quid, cancel my subscription service, and then just get this game like £50 cheaper.
Yeah, it looks like it's
So
only on that 'cause Game Pass ain't listing it.
yeah, the stock has currently gone to €12. Um,
Oh, should we start investing?
I think I don't know how stock works, but it has dropped a lot. To say that they just had a new game release, because it dipped a lot, and then Assassin's Creed Shadows went released. Obviously, it grew, and
hmm
then on the day after Assassin's Creed Shadows dropped immensely. It, I don't know. I'm guessing that's not €12. I'd be surprised if it was. I don't know how stock markets work.
I don't either. I should start learning because investing feels like
Yeah,
it'd be a good thing, but
but yeah. So this is the make or break,
hmm
and currently, well, they're leaning to break, I think.
yeah.
Which,
You never know. I'm
eh,
just waiting for them to drop some surprise good game, and then the stocks jump and
well,
then I
this seems to
profit.
be a good game. It's just
Oh
people
yeah,
aren't buying it.
it's looking all right. There's a few like technical things like the
Yeah.
AI could do some work. 'Cause I've seen you can just crawl around them and they can't hit you,
Mm. There's
which
also
seems a
like
bit game breaking.
bugs where people can
And then
like launch across the map that I've
there's a few
seen.
bugs here and there. But hey, if Cyberpunk can fix it, so can AC Shadows. Come on.
Yeah. I
Put a
mean,
bit
the
of
game
tender
looks
love and
fun.
care into it, and that's success.
Mm.
Oh
From
yeah, we were definitely discussing that we do probably want to try it out at some point.
it's a game which is the most I will play once it's on sale for
That is a
like
big compliment
£20.
coming from Nathan.
Yeah, I
This
was
man has still yet to
slagging
play
this
a
game
game that's in
off,
his Steam library.
and yeah, true. I was slagging this game off for ages, and like this wasn't too bad.
I mean, I'm probably quite optimistic when it comes to like stuff in this group,
Hmm.
except for when it's wildcard, but or snail games specifically. But have we discussed that actually yet on the podcast?
The, the
The
AI,
art thing. Yeah, we'll discuss that
no,
afterwards. 'Cause I don't think we have. But yeah, no, AC Shires does look fun. So maybe that'll be the first Assassin's Creed game I play. But no, we'll see.
yeah. Oh, sorry about that. So I came in. I don't know. Did we talk about Ark? Yes, was that last
I know
week?
last time I think we talked about something, but I don't think it was the AI trait. Let me go see when I sent it to the
No, I don't
group
think we
chat.
did.
I think it was on a Monday.
No, we haven't talked about it then, because I don't see it in
Uh,
here, unless we just forgot about it.
I'm going to the group chat to see when I shared it.
But
It was on Wednesday that I shared it, so yeah, we haven't spoken about it.
the completely AI generated trailer.
Oh my God, Snail Games, you scummy company! How have you stooped this low?
Hmm.
For those of you who aren't aware, somehow, even though I rant about it so often, Snail Games is the publisher for Ark. They became the publisher when Jeremy Steiglitz got into a massive lawsuit and they needed money. But yeah, and they have effectively been the massive, massive catalyst in the ruining of Ark.
Yeah.
They constantly push things to be overpriced and scummy and, oh, very, very rushed a lot of time and unnecessary. For example, a lot of the Ark spin-off games are a result of them, and they also seem to lose a lot of the money that the game actually generates.
Mm.
Obviously, I think it was a couple of weeks ago we discussed about Ark is now the fourth best-selling game
Yeah.
of all time,
But Survival
and you
Evolved
wouldn't
anyway.
think that with the quality of some of the stuff that comes out, but that's because half the money went to a gaming car company, which failed to take off.
Hmm.
But yeah, they have gone even lower than this, however, by going back to a game that they announced was no longer going to be supported, so everyone should buy ASA,
Hmm.
and they're adding a 30, I think it was $30 DLC, or was that Lost Colony? No, I think that was
I
Lost
don't know.
Colony. We actually don't know the price for this DLC yet. But yeah, a DLC for Ark Survival Evolved, and they announced it using an entirely AI generated trailer.
The voice, the gameplay,
hmm
none of it was. I think was the
The only
opening.
the opening was just the
Was,
opening cutscene when you
so
wake up on a
yeah,
beach
I think
with
that was
a
the
10
only
year
bit that was
celebration thing.
not AI generated,
Yeah.
and they just stole it
Yeah, that
proper.
and the text prompts used in ChatGPT or whatever
Yeah.
are the only human interaction for that trailer.
Even then, maybe those probably aren't human.
Probably not, yeah. Jesus Christ. It is so giant, like, and I hate it so much. And the entire art community is equally outraged.
It's
A
just
lot
weird.
because
It's odd.
of obviously the use of AI, which, by the way, apparently that guy whose job it is to do that is getting paid up to 90,000 a year
Jesus.
because apparently someone found an old job listing from Snail Games for an AI prompter.
Hmm.
Didn't realize that was such a well-paying job. Jesus Christ, where am I missing out?
Yeah.
Let me be scummy. Uh, but yeah, and a lot of people are also just pissed off about the fact that they were told this game was no longer going to be supported, and suddenly there's a paid DLC for it.
No, no one will buy. Actually, no, people will
You've
buy
been
still.
telling, you've been, oh, absolutely, I'm not going to for sure. I hate that fucking. It looks awful. Just play the Sunken World mod instead. That's free,
Hmm.
and better.
Oh,
But
actually,
yeah, no.
sorry. I'm just looking at it now.
Mhm.
Some of these Survival Evolved devs are saying that they did not know this was even. We
Oh
did
yeah,
not
yeah, no.
know they
This
were
is
doing it.
purely Snail Games. Wildcard had no involvement.
Um.
It is purely just a cash grab from Snail Games, and I hope it blows up in their face. And I
Hmm.
pray every day that Snail Games goes under so that the IP can be sold to a more reliable publisher
Yeah.
that would
Oh.
actually care about the game.
What?
Take two, do you want to go into the survival craft industry?
Imagine if they had Ark. Jesus Christ. Um, yeah.
Imagine Ark, but with like Red Dead care, bro.
Jesus
That'd be
Christ.
peak. Dinosaur survival game. Oh my god. But yeah, it's just so annoying that Ark is the only game which is like dinosaur survival. Competition really makes them be scummy.
Mm,
Kind of like what we were discussing with PlayStation earlier, with no competition.
yeah.
But yeah, it's so incredibly scummy to say a game's not supported to push sales of your remaster, and then go back and add a paid DLC. Paid.
Mm,
I mean, not to mention the kind of adapting the much less favorable narrative of the animated show to make a brand new paid DLC for Ascended,
hmm.
which is priced at $30,
Wow.
double the price of all previous like individual DLCs. I
Hmm.
guess that's what they need to pay Mappa, but yeah,
Hmm.
I'm just. It's been a really, really scummy week for Ark,
Yeah.
and every day I regret being a fan of this game.
Hmm.
It's just painful to watch it go 'cause it's an idea which I love so much, and it is executed in the worst way.
Yeah.
Like, it's dinosaurs in survival games. I grew up on survival games like Minecraft Terraria, and you had dinosaurs to it, which is a childhood obsession of mine. Still is an obsession, to be honest. I buy so many Jurassic World Evolution DLCs and whatnot, and it's just the worst thing imaginable. But yeah, that's my rant over with.
There's your monthly Daniel rant about Ark section.
It might as well be monthly, yeah.
It kind of every
But
few months,
snail
a week.
games.
Sorry, it comes back.
I know because Snail Games just does something that
Mm,
I loathe. Like I just woke up that morning and it was awful.
yeah.
Like I sent that to the group chat with a frown on my face.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Let's move on though. What can we do now? Let's keep with gaming. I think the only thing left. Oh wait, there's two things left.
There
Which,
is the Sony Studio and then
yeah, we'll
Bazaar.
talk about that. So there is a brand new Sony first-party studio created or established
Hmm.
called Dark Outlaws Gaming.
Yeah.
And the most interesting part about this group is that it is led by Jason Blundell, who was the lead on Call of Duty Zombies.
Mm.
I'm assuming this is just Call of Duty Zombies in general,
Uh, he did
or is
the
it a specific
yeah
one?
the zombies. I think he was primarily
Yeah,
obviously Black Ops,
yeah.
but yeah, he was the director on. I think it was all of the zombie game modes.
hmm
Like I said, obviously it just said zombies, so I'm guessing it is. So yeah, so maybe this is a first
Board
party
shooter.
shooter, first person shooter. Maybe it's a live service game because
They're trying
Sony
to
really wants a
recreate the
live service
success of
game.
Helldivers.
Hmm. But
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if, because of how little control they end up having over Helldivers because of the community, they just want to try and recreate a game like it
yeah.
so they can have the control and monetize it the way they want.
Although uh, so Jason Blundell, I believe he worked at a studio before this where they never got their game to release. So I think that
Could
was
this
also
be
Sony
the
related.
reemergence?
So yeah, I think it's a new studio, and I think I'm trying to remember what they said or what he said. Sorry. I think they're like still finding staff, so I don't know when their new game could release.
Hey, if they
Maybe
offer work experience,
PS6.
let me know.
Yeah, maybe it could be a PS6 launch game, or I guess it depends what this thing is.
We
But
need to hear what it is.
yeah, yeah. Dark Outlaws Gaming sounds like an esports team. I'm gonna be honest.
Absolutely.
Um,
It sounds like an esports team of college creators.
yeah, it's not the best name. It's not awful.
In fact,
It's
I
just
think
kind of
our
cringe.
college had better name.
Probably yeah, but
But no, that was a. We'll see where it goes.
hmm.
There's definitely been worse. Could be called
Oh
Snail
yeah,
Games USA.
exactly. Could be called Ubisoft or EA.
hmm Or Electronic Arts, imagine.
Hmm.
Right, and then for the final bit of gaming news, this is one Nathan will be more of a fan of. Persona 4 has had a remake leaked, supposedly.
Yes.
Obviously, this is
So,
still the rumor phases, so we cannot have anything solid. But I'll let
Snake.
you take stage.
So, obviously, it was back in. Well, I say back in. So, Persona 4, beloved game. There's been rumors of a remake coming since Persona 3 Reload came out last February. So, and this seems to be it. So, Scrambled Faz, who's a YouTuber, he found a domain which is p4re.jp, registered on March 20th, which that must mean something because um, that same like kind of listing, although it was registered in 2023, although it was P3RE, Persona 3 Reload. So, and then a few weeks later, Persona 3 Reload was announced. So it seems very likely that in a few weeks, we're gonna see Persona 4's remake, which means how the hell are they churning out these games so quickly? If Reload only came out a few months ago, just over a year ago, and we
Money.
already have the next one. I mean, obviously it'll come out next year. Yeah, money. But yeah,
Always the answer.
but that's cool. Um,
Hmm.
anything to feed the Persona 6 waiting. But yeah. Uh, Again, this is just a rumor. Although if it's exactly what happened 2 years ago, then this is pretty obvious. Yeah, I do wonder what the name is going to be because I like the name Persona 4 Reshuffle because Persona 3 is called Reload because you reload a gun. You use guns to get
Oh,
your persona, and in this game you use tarot cards. So reshuffled, maybe.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
Crossover.
So Persona 4
Crossover.
Reshuffled could be coming out next year, which
Yeah, fair news.
sure.
Big news for the Persona fans.
It makes sense. I mean, the remake, the popular three, because Persona. I think Metaphor sold like 1 million in a few days. Metaphor did really well, and Persona's only getting bigger and bigger uh, every month. So capitalize on it.
Don't cry,
And
little Persona fan. Atlas has enough nostalgia being Persona 5 spin-offs to keep you fed your entire life.
like
Jerry, bring out the P4 remake. The boy's hungry.
hungry. Where? But yeah, like Persona's getting bigger and bigger. Might as well capitalize on it because this is the
Yeah, it's
modern day
definitely growing.
JRPG series that's like turn-based still, and nice, good. So hopefully it's not churned out and shat onto the bed. Probably might be though. But we'll have to
There's
see
always a
until in a few
likelihood.
months if it does get revealed, which I think is pretty likely it will. But I think that's it for gaming news.
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah.
I guess we go on to. Do we have any movie news? Oh, I mean, we have one,
Mm.
possibly another. Nope, looks like just one.
Uh,
So there was an.
there's three,
Wait, where
sorry.
am I missing? Oh, yeah, that's it. Wait, one, two. Where's the other movie
And then
thing?
the bottom one that I put on.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
right. I missed that.
Mm.
Okay, so we'll start with this one, which is the most odd one.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney has a Reddit thread movie.
So,
I think it was an
um,
r/ no sleep or something.
yeah. So it's a horror film based on a Reddit thread, and the story's called, uh, like No Sleep or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Pull it up now. So oh, yeah, it's from r/no sleep horror story. I pretend to be a missing girl
I
so
don't
I
really.
could rob her family, is what it's called. And Sydney Sweeney, I believe, is
Hmm.
acting and producing the film.
Huh.
So,
Just
oh,
scrolling in bed one morning and just decided, hey, that'll make a good film.
yeah.
Whether it will, we'll have no clue. Depends.
I mean, we could just read. Like, I'm just looking at the Reddit thread now. It's very long. Jesus Christ, this is going on forever.
Hmm.
But
And hey, if it's a popular thread, then it'll probably be a popular movie. So,
3.9 thousand upvotes.
hmm,
Although this Reddit does have 18 million people in it, so that's not great.
true. Depends how many people are online at once. So, and see
Yeah,
that specific thread in the sea of thousands of threads. It seems how many there are.
but I don't know what it
We'll see. This is
is.
definitely unique.
Yeah,
I don't think there's ever been a film or something produced based on a Reddit thread.
there's been like horror movies that are sent like have Reddit maybe part of it, but I guess creepypastas. Although those are probably
I guess, but
maybe I don't remember those must predate Reddit.
probably,
I think
yeah.
those are on like 4chan and stuff.
Online
Creepypastas
forums,
and
yeah.
like yeah online forums. But,
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting if it does do well.
mm. And if you want to read the thread, just like IGN's article has a link to the thread if you want to read through
Yeah.
the story. But I won't because I don't want to be spoiled. So,
God,
and I
we
don't care.
leech on their site a lot.
That's all you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
But
But
yeah, we'll see.
yeah,
And I guess onto something that we have discussed before. The Chainsaw Man movie has been given a September release date in Japan.
yeah,
Obviously, no global release dates have been announced yet,
2 years.
which is a shame. Yeah, we have to wait another 2 years for the UK release here.
Yeah, September 19th is the
Hmm.
Japanese. I'll tell you the exact one. I can't remember.
Hopefully, it doesn't take too long. Though, no, it's done by Mappa.
Yeah.
Though this made me realize something. Does Toei like the UK or specifically Dragon Ball?
What do you mean?
Because I finished Z.
Mm.
I was gonna watch Daima. There's no English dub in the UK specifically.
Probably haven't done it yet.
And it's the weirdest. No, because there's like US, Canada, and other English speaking countries
Oh,
have been given it. It's just the UK.
are you watching on Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll, yeah.
Try Netflix. It might be on there. Oh, you
I
don't
don't
have
have
Netflix, do you?
Netflix.
Um,
I don't believe that does either.
I don't know.
I'm looking into it and it's just weird.
VPN.
But yeah, no, I was about to say, I can imagine it gets delayed in the UK another year, but then I realised it's Mappa that's doing it.
hmm
But yeah, no, that was very weird.
Yeah, I also think we
But
got
yeah,
a new teaser and a new visual. I think so. We also got.
oh, what for the movie?
Yeah,
Right, you'll have to send me them soon
I've
then,
not
because
seen
I've
them.
not seen them.
That's just what it says here. New teaser and character
Oh, okay.
visuals were also shared at Anime Japan 2025.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this movie. This is a really good arc.
Yeah, and the
And then obviously
the teaser looks
season
really good.
two is gonna when they eventually get round to season two,
God, it's gonna be
which
so
I
long.
could, God, I'll be in my deathbed by that point.
When did season one come out? Uh, 22.
20, 22, yeah.
Okay, so probably about 5 more years.
I think I gave it like half a year until I decided to watch it.
hmm They'll probably be waiting for JJK to finish, or
Yeah, probably.
they'll focus on JJK over Chainsaw Man just because it's bigger.
Yeah, yeah. Which,
So,
speaking of JJK, we had some more news, but not the news I was hoping for particularly.
hmm
The Hidden Inventory and Premature Death movie has been given some more info and a release date.
Oh, has it?
It released on the 30th of, oh, was it May or July?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
guessing
Google. JJK Hidden Inventory movie release date.
this is how we get our news, people. We use Google and Siri.
Yeah. May 30th, and I believe that is the Japanese release date.
Uh,
But
Probably
yeah.
yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, so I'm assuming it'll probably end up being global soon, though, seeing as it's a
Oh my God.
compilation of the existing season.
Sorry, I'm just reading where it says the anime recaps the tragic events of the early part of season two, made even more heartbreaking with an acoustic version of "Where Our Blue Is."
Yeah, that was in the
Oh,
trailer, so I'm assuming that's how
I've not
it'll
seen the
open,
trailer.
kind of.
No,
Yeah,
probably.
no, Tatsuya Kitani produced a acoustic version of Where Our Blue Is by
Damn.
Nosimika. But yeah, no, it sounds good though. I love Tatsuya Kitani's music.
hmm
But yeah. And apparently there will also be enhanced visuals on some scenes, so I'm assuming that'll be like the big fights and stuff.
Probably.
Which that'll be surprising if they can go much higher, because season two was incredible animation throughout.
Mm.
But yeah. What the hell's that? Yeah, I'll probably go see it.
Yeah,
Just to
there was
see
other
them.
stuff revealed at Anime Japan. I believe this was only day one was today. Um, so just hang on. I've got a page up here which has kind of everything that was shown. We have some news on the Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus, which is part of the Bunny Senpai stuff, which releases in July in Japan, most likely only. And I think this is the final part of the entire story. So I've only seen the Bunny Senpai show. I've not seen the rest. Netflix also appeared. Showcased updates on Arcane, which is kind of weird. I don't know why that was there. Unless there's like no Japanese dub or something. I don't know. The Devil May Cry anime, which comes out next month, I believe it is. Um, and Beastar's final season, Daniel. So don't you worry. Um, you'll be excited for that whenever that releases.
Thrilled.
Um,
I've never even considered watching that in my life. But
there was Blue Lock. Anyway, um, Tokyo Revengers. Don't watch that. Demon Slayer. Um, I think there's some like new footage for the film comes out in a few weeks. It comes out in July, sorry, in Japan. We don't watch it, so
hmm
um, we don't watch any of these ones. Kaijin Embrace season 2, I believe, got its very first teaser. So
You watched that or part of that, didn't you?
yeah, it comes out in July. This. I watched part of season 1 and I got kind of bored, so I stopped watching.
You're gonna give it a shot when season two comes out, or
Maybe I don't know. Because I know Danzan comes out. Is that also in July?
I believe so, or
I'd rather
June.
just watch that.
It's one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
one of
one of the
those
J's.
months. Yeah,
Yeah, because I
not
and then
January.
yeah, and we also got news on My Hero Academia Vigilantes, which is the
Spin-off of the
spin-off.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
Um.
think they also got some news on the final season. No,
Yes, which I'll get to in a minute.
I watched. I keep seeing clips of the last season they put out.
Hmm.
Animation. It actually looks really good.
Yeah, they're definitely locked in. Oshinoko season
Mm.
3 news releases
Isn't that
next
the
year.
idol one?
Yeah. I think this is the final season because I think the manga's done. I don't know, but that comes out next year, so we got a while for that one to come out. I skip these ones because we don't know them. Yeah, My Hero final season. We got the October release date for that. So if you want to catch up, there you go. You got a good amount of time, I'd say. Got a good 7 months to catch up. Sakamoto Days, which is I think currently airing on Netflix. I think it's on Crunchyroll. I'm not sure,
I'll go have a look now.
but yeah. The second cut of the anime. Oh wait, they split the anime to two parts. That's kind of weird. It's an Invincible. Uh, yeah,
Sakamoto Days is not on Crunchyroll.
yeah, only on Netflix. After 6 months, we got our news on One Piece returning with.
Ooh.
Oh, it's gonna be peak.
No, I'm kidding.
So we've got a new promotional trailer for Saint Saturn teasing it, obviously with his arrival, and we got news on
Prepare for
a
my arrival
prepare for my
word.
arrival, Luffy. So yeah, it comes out returns April 6th, which I believe is 2 episodes, the 6th and the 7th. I think we get and a new opening from Green Boys. I don't know who those are, and an ending by McQuee, Mukui,
Don't think I've heard of either of them.
Mquue. Green Boys is spelled kind of
McHugh.
weird. One of the it might even be Green Boys. It looks like though.
Hmm.
Rent a Girlfriend season 4
Oh no,
teaser
you're
revealed
excited for
July 2025.
that.
It's gonna be peak. It was so
Isn't
good.
the
I've
only
never seen it.
person who's tried watching that Harry?
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't think he liked it.
Yeah, I bet it's really bad.
Yeah, me too.
It's just fan service. But yeah,
hmm
the only cool thing was One Piece is coming back in like 2 weeks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 2 weeks today. So that's
Yeah,
peak.
still waiting on some other anime stuff, but oh well.
6 months, and Daniel Gray is nowhere near done. He's done two
One Piece
sagas.
baby's ahead of him.
Is that he is? One Piece Baby is so far ahead. I think
Yeah,
One Piece Baby is almost at the time skip, which
right.
is insane.
Right, moving on from movies though, and I guess we kind of started into shows now.
Hmm.
But we'll go with this one, which is Invincible Season 3 has been announced. I mean, not Season 3, Season 4
Yeah,
has been announced for 2026.
which we knew about because that's what they said they were gonna do
Mm-hmm.
now, which I don't like
Yep,
still, and I
not too fond
still
of it.
need.
Hopefully, it's the end of the year, which means I'll have technically had around 2 years to do it.
Probably
But,
won't be though.
or at least hopefully Amazon has upped the budget in response to the
To let them
backlash,
get more
which is also
animators
unlikely.
than 10. It's
hmm
insane that the state that they still don't. I know. I think episode 10 had, or not 10, sorry, 8 had
Hey,
some like outside people helped out because I saw like
outsourcing, yeah.
the scene where Mark looks up to Conquest crashing down, and
Hmm.
where Oliver's flying. That was done by outsiders because they were like,
Yeah,
"Here's the storyboard side true,"
they outsourced
but
it to
yeah,
was it some South Korean
I don't know.
animators? I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere.
I think there was those two scenes. I don't know if there was another one. There might have been, but I can't remember
But
it.
yeah,
But yeah, so
it is impressive that 10 animators get that much done.
and to say it's 40 minutes of content,
Exactly, that's a
so
lot of fucking time. That's not your typical anime
they do
episode like
well.
people keep comparing it to.
They just need more people and more money.
Yeah,
We just need money, as Dutch would say.
like like this ain't your anime studio workers getting
Mm.
overworked. Like
So yeah, that's why I am just reading the comics now. 'Cause I'm bored.
that is.
I'm just gonna read it. But
Oh,
yeah,
well, you just
I'll
skipped
just get
ahead.
through it.
Yeah, no, I'm still
Mm.
leaving it for the show because I like to be hyped for each week.
Mm.
But nah,
But I could just drop the comic if I get bored.
yeah, true. But yeah, right. I mean, you're gonna have a brand new arc anyway when season 3 and 4, sorry, comes out.
Yeah,
Keep saying
because
season 3.
I think we were discussed this. I was like, my main reason I probably was not intrigued as much is the lack of Viltrumite stuff because
Hmm.
I found that really interesting. And then you were like, season 4 will have you covered.
Oh yeah,
So,
it definitely will.
which is
I
good.
I they better start this arc. I doubt that the new one, like the new storyline, will take up all the season.
Hmm.
I feel like it'll be like a partial storyline.
Which is good because, I mean, sorry, we're like halfway through the comic now, I think. I
We
think it ended at like
are
60, issue
just under,
65.
I believe.
There's a, oh yeah, we're
I,
just under.
I
There's
think we're just
144
under. I think.
issues and we ended at 65.
I think I sent something to the group chat
So,
on
yeah,
WhatsApp.
there's like people on Twitter that are like, here's where we are in the comics. So I think we are almost halfway through Compendium 2 of 3. Maybe a bit
Yeah.
less. So, we need to get that story ramping up. Leave the sequids, they're boring. No one likes them. They're stupid. It's boring.
I don't know anything about Sequids from this point on.
Like every time they show up, I'm just like, oh man, just, I don't care. You were never interesting. They were like my least favorite episode of season 1 was that one,
It's
and
fair.
they were only the only reason why the episode they appear in a season 2 is hype was because it was the 4 month break was in between. So yeah, or full week, whatever it was. But yeah.
Right. Well, moving on from Invincible, this is one that I'm assuming you'll like to waffle on
Hmm.
about for a bit.
This is the one that
Severance.
yes, I would have spoken about with Isaac, but he didn't show up.
Go.
So over the last week, I have binged through both seasons of Severance, and I can hands down say this is the best show currently airing on TV. This is the one you want to watch. Um, it has just okay. So let's talk about like technical kind of stuff, like how it looks and sounds. The show is gorgeously shot. Like the kind of like sterile look of the of Lumen is so like kind of creepy and cool, and I love it. And all the characters are amazing. There's not really any bad characters in this show from the top of my head. Like there's like weaker characters, sure, but I won't really say any of them are outright bad. Like for example, Invincible. There's characters in that show that I would say that's a bad character, but Severance, I know. Um, and it's very consistent. I can see maybe some issues people have with pacing because it's quite a slow burn for a lot of it, but I kind of like that. It's a thriller, so I would rather it wasn't a breakneck pace. So we kind of sit there and kind of watch as it all unravels. The story is really intriguing. I kind of don't want to say too much, just because I want people to watch the show. Because I went in completely blind, and I haven't. I don't regret it. So it'd be a shame if you didn't go in completely blind. But season 1, I would give a 10 out of 10. I think it's absolutely incredible. The lowest rated episode in that season is an 8 out of 10, even though it's pretty high 8 out of 10. But season 2, I think might be better, interchangeable. I would say. I think it's more consistent for me, but it just have the worst episode of the entire show, with really bad pacing, and it's just kind of fillery. But the finale is incredible, and it's kind of hard to talk about it without Isaac because we would probably do like a spoiler breakdown of episodes. But obviously Daniel hasn't seen it, and I would like him to watch it, so I don't want to spoil it.
Oh.
But yes, season 2 is my favorite episode of the entire show, with episode 7, which again I can't say because it spoils stuff. But yeah, it's absolutely incredible. All the characters are incredible, are amazing. Milkshake, which isn't his name, but that's what he's called now, is the best character. And watch it. Like, who would have guessed Apple TV Plus has kind of goated shows?
Hmm.
It's weird. Yeah, so I'd give Severance season 2 another 10 out of 10. Must watch show. If you're gonna watch any shows that are currently airing, it's this and Invincible. Like, there's nothing really else to watch other than Se- Severance and Invincible. And
Nice pick Daredevil back up. Let's maybe realize
oh yeah,
that.
they were born again, but I've not seen that. But yeah, Severance must watch. Season 3 was also announced shortly after season 2 finished, so don't know when that's gonna come out, but let them cook. So they cooked with this season, and it's a show that I've been wanting to watch for years. So I'm glad I finally got to watch it, and I love it. So yeah, Severance season 2, 10 out of 10, easy. Yeah.
Right. I probably won't get around to watching it anytime soon, as it's another
Peak.
subscription and I am feeling broke. Not to mention,
Ah,
I refuse to watch any of your recommendations as soon as you still are ignoring that deal we made.
huh. Oh yeah,
I will be ignoring all your recommendations until I see you have beaten the Blind Forest.
that's fine. It's fine.
What the fuck is this?
Hmm? All right. Well,
Doesn't matter. I'll
that's
discuss afterwards.
all the
Right, I
news.
think that's all the news.
Is
Now on to today's pulled out of the arse topic. God, we
yes.
do a lot of these.
We're 52 minutes in, so we don't need to drag on that
Mhm.
long.
It will be just a Pokemon games in general discussion. Obviously, Pokemon Z to A is coming out, I believe, this year.
Fall.
Fall, yeah. And it has some interesting parts, some less interesting parts. Like, for example, in my opinion, I really like the dynamic battling, like with actual movement and stuff.
Hmm.
And then like AoE, range, all that. I'm not too fan of it being split into like wild zones and stuff in the city.
Yeah,
I
but
much prefer exploring a region.
hopefully that fixes frame rate issues.
Yeah, I guess.
So
It's still a bit of a shame that like
it's a letdown, but
the
also
creativity has to be.
yeah,
I prefer creativity as opposed to performance. I feel like it should be performance,
yeah. But
which
these
is
games
kind
don't
of
fucking run,
like the
Daniel.
technicals. I know, but like, I feel like
So
technical stuff should be optimized around the creative part, not the other way around.
mhm.
Which is a shame, and why the Switch 2 if once the Switch 2 comes out, if it is the specs that are theorized and stuff, or if it wants a chance to catch up, then the next Pokemon shit game should have no excuse.
Yeah, and
It's as
this one
simple as
shouldn't.
that.
This one should not be a Switch One game. It should be a Switch Two game.
Yeah,
But they want more
I
money
agree there.
from sales, so it's a Switch One game
Yeah.
ported to
Maybe the
Switch Two.
next Pokemon game, hopefully a brand new region, is where they shine. Brand new
Yeah,
content.
it'll definitely be a new generation next if they
Oh
keep
yeah.
doing the new game, new region, remake, new region, remake,
Hmm.
new region, remake. So, well, new region DLC remake they do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Pokemon. I've always loved Pokemon. Like, how can you not?
Yeah,
It's
I
Pokemon.
grew up on it. It was one of the first video games
Mm.
I ever played.
It was my introduction to anime as well. Like I had posters
Yeah,
of the anime on my
I didn't
wall.
even call it anime back then because I didn't know what the fuck anime was.
Mm. Like I love Pokemon, and it's just
Even
sad
though
to see all this.
I had a manga, and
Yeah,
I just didn't
I had
realize it
the
was like, oh, this is a Japanese thing. I just thought it was a weird type of book.
I had the Pokemon Adventures, the first one. I think I sold it though. Well, I gave it to
I
a
had
charity shop.
the first, I think I had the first two volumes of Black and White.
Hmm.
But yeah, And obviously, I do want the games to be better.
They should
I
be
want
better.
them to reach the potential they can achieve.
They
There's
have.
so many games. Mainly, mainly played in the 3DS era.
Hmm.
So I played like your Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Like those
And
were
X
my,
and Y.
those are still some, yeah, X and Y, yeah. But like Auras and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon are some of my favorite Pokemon games
Hmm.
because I feel like they just offer some of the best experiences.
Yeah.
Like my only introduction into Diamond and Pearl was the remakes,
Oh
which
God.
weren't very good.
The worst Pokemon games. Uh,
I that's all the Pokemon games I own on my Switch. In fact, just all the Pokemon games I've played on the Switch have probably been the worst ones I've played. Because I didn't really enjoy Sword and Shield all that much. I
yeah, I
thought
probably agree with you on that.
the more open, like it like kind of delved a bit more into open worldish sort of like areas.
Mhm.
And I think it did have roaming Pokemon, didn't it?
Yeah,
In
but it
like the
was
wild
shit.
zones.
Let's Go Pikachu
Yeah,
was really cool
I
roaming Pokemon.
didn't play that. Um,
Falling Pokemon as well, sorry. Yeah,
yeah,
that was
I
really good.
often speak my distaste for Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
That
I
is a
am a
really.
Scarlet Violet liker.
I
I
do not
like
think the
it.
price is worth it at all.
I enjoyed my time. The thing with
It should
Pokemon's
have
like,
been like 10, 15 quid cheaper.
I enjoy them. I have fun when I play them. I
I
know they're not good.
enjoy them. I just think about it from a price perspective,
Yeah.
especially when it's my own money.
And they should be.
Isn't
They should. They
yeah.
have no excuse why they
Like
are slopped out. It's
yeah,
the
I
biggest
definitely
media
criticize
franchise
it.
on the planet. The Switch can run Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and
Hmm.
they can't run
That's
this.
because those are really good
What?
technically. Like,
Exactly. Like Game Freak, man. I think they only have like 30. They don't have a lot of people Game Freak. They're quite small
mhm.
for to say they're like one of the biggest. They're
The biggest
they are one of the
franchise.
biggest
Like, it is the most
developers.
profitable franchise I think
Um, Let me
in
see
existence.
staff size. I think it's like 36 people.
That is
Oh no,
mad.
207.
Oh, then there's no excuse, right?
I thought they had less than that.
Hmm. The
Um,
only things I really knew about the dev team were like when the Easter eggs of the dev team were in the games. Like the one I remember the most is Ultra Sun Ultra Moon, where you can find them in the city near the Diglett Tunnel.
yeah. This is why I thought it was that because a few months, August last year, 37 additional employees. It mentions it. That's probably why I read.
Okay.
I think Sword and Shield. So let's talk about. I guess we could talk about Pokemon in like eras because this is what it
Yeah.
is. Like you have the Game Boy era, which is obviously red and blue,
It's the
yellow,
roots, yeah.
gold and silver, and crystal. Then like GBA
That's def
era,
yeah.
Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Violet, Leaf Green. The DS
Hmm.
era, which is Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Soul Silver, Heart Gold, Black and White, Black 2, White 2, which I think is the best era of Pokemon. It's the DS era, and then the 3DS era, which you've already said. Switch era is Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, and Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
So
So let's kind of go through them.
this start with the Game Boy era, Gen 1
Yeah.
and Gen 2.
Hmm.
I think
The
it's fine.
roots. Yeah. Obviously, it's dated compared
It's
to
incredibly
like the
dated, yeah.
vast improvements that have been made to quality of life.
Hmm.
Still beats the newest gen, though. I do not like the Switch gen.
Uh, Sorry.
I would much rather play the older ones because I feel like they had
I
more creative
would
parts.
disagree
The
with
only
you on
bit that's
that.
a pain, the only bit that's a pain is the grind, but
Yeah,
I kind of feel like the new ones are way too easy.
I like shared XP. Uh,
Yeah,
XP
XP
share.
share is not the thing that
I like
lets
what
me
they've done with
down.
it. It's just nicer. I hate grinding, so that's why I would play a newer game.
I guess that's the difference in us because I play
Yeah,
more survival games.
like Pokemon, I ain't leveling it. I just boss through everything, and then I get to the Elite Four and I keep dying because everyone's so underleveled because I just don't level people up.
Yeah, I take the time to make sure I level
But
them like.
I think Gen 1 is just whatever. It's important. Obviously, it's the
Hmm.
first gen.
Absolutely.
Gen 2 is better though. Like I've only played Silver, and it is better.
I've not played Gen 2 yet.
The only issue with like those two is like I said, they're the first ones, they're the old ones.
Hmm.
They're still figuring stuff
Yeah,
out.
they're
It's really
dated.
good. It's a good bone structure. They just haven't
Hmm.
got the muscles or the
Yeah.
skin. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
well, moving on to the GBA
Yeah,
era.
obviously, Ruby Sapphire, Fire Red Leaf Green, and Emerald.
Best gen. Gen 3 is just the best
Gen
gen.
3 is really good. I've only played
All
Emerald.
the starters are great, and yeah, no, just the Pokemon in that gen, I just
Mm,
think are the best.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've
but
only
yeah,
played Emerald and Leaf Green, and I think Leaf Green and Emerald are some of the best looking games, pixel art wise.
yeah,
I
I'm
stand
playing
by
through Fire Red
it
right
should be
now.
pixel art only for Pokemon. I do not like 3D Pokemon. Well,
I'm
it's like,
fine with 3D because 3D was the first Pokemon I ever played in
mm,
terms of
I just think they
auras.
just look lifeless, especially with like I think Legends ZA, it looks a little bit better, but like, there's some characteristics and personality, but
I think the Switch 3D kind of let down, but I
still
feel like the
just
3DS
look
3D
lifeless.
had it really well.
Mm. But
But no,
I like the GBA era. It's iconic. This is when like
absolutely.
I would say Pokemon hit its strive. Was this
Oh,
era?
absolutely. This is where it figured out the formula, like
Yeah, it perfected it.
probably near. Yeah, like the only things they could do from that point were like minor tweaks and changes and maybe additional
Mm.
improvements. But
Yeah,
they, in the base like structure, they had pretty much fortified it.
yeah, and it has the best version of Gen One with Fire Red and
Hmm.
Leaf Green. So
Yeah,
like, let's say
I'm
Pikachu and
currently
Eevee are
still playing
good.
through Fire Red.
They're just too easy, and it's too different because it's Pokemon Go like kind of gameplay aspects, which I'm not that keen on.
Hmm.
That's why I'll never replay those games, just because when I play Pokemon, I don't really catch things. The entire way to level up in that game is you have to catch stuff, which is kind of a turn off for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, my whole playstyle is based around completing the decks and catching everything
Mm.
whenever I run into it. I
And then
think
we
my
have,
first purchase
yep,
in these games
sorry.
is always 100 Pokeballs.
Oh yeah, I buy loads of Pokeballs. Well, I think I buy like five.
I buy 100 straight away.
I buy five. I think because the anime actually gets like five Pokeballs,
That's fair.
so I just copy him, and I've always done that.
Yeah, no,
Then we
it's one
have
way to experience it.
the DS era: Diamond and
Hmm.
Pearl, Platinum, Soul
Not
Silver,
actually
Heart
played
Gold,
any of these
Black and
ones.
White, Black 2, and White 2.
I
This
think I might
is
have
the
played
peak.
one. I think I might have played because I feel like I remember playing a DS game on one of my mates'
Mhm.
DS, like back when I lived in a workshop.
This is. I don't think Pokemon will reach this height again.
Hmm.
Like, this era was goated. It is the best pixel art,
I shall have to see when
the
I
best
get around
games
to it.
overall. Like, I think Diamond hit some pretty bad choices with like Pokemon. There's like two fire types that are fully evolved in that game. That's it. Whereas Platinum improves on everything. It's my personal favorite Pokemon game. And then I think Soul Silver and Heart Gold are the best looking games in the series. From a like they are stunning to look at, and it has really cool following Pokemon. And
That's always a nice improvement.
yeah, and then Black Two and Black White, and then obviously Black Two, White Two are really good, especially White Two and Black Two. Like they have the World Championship, which they will never bring back, where you can basically fight like every gym leader and Elite Four member,
Oh,
and they have like different teams. It's really
that's
cool,
cool.
and the pixel
That
art's really
reminds
cool.
me of the Battle Resort.
Hmm. Yeah, I think this was the last game. Oh no, I think they kind of like have it more cooler because I X and Y had like the Battle Mansion. I think it was called something. I can't remember what it was.
The Battle Mansion was
What was the one
I
in
don't think it
X
was
and
X and
Y?
Y. I think it
I
was
think it
the Sun. Oh wait, no, Sun Games was the
was
tree.
the tree.
Was it Auras?
I can't remember. Did Auras have the Battle
It did
Frontier?
have what? It did have like it
I
had
don't
the
think I
Battle
ever did it.
Frontier, I'm
I
fairly
never
sure.
do those kind of stuff because I'm not good at Pokemon battling. But God, it was like Battle Mansion or something because the anime had an episode around it as well. Pokemon.
Honestly, I've never got to the post game of X and Y. I always kind of give up on the Elite Four.
Battle Chateau.
I'm just kind
This
of
will be
bored.
it.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's it. I believe. But
I think I remember the anime
mhm, yeah.
covering it.
And then Black 2 White 2, they have really cool pixel art. Where like, because the Pokemon move in kind of like that surprised me, but it looks really cool, and I like it.
Yeah.
I did prefer 2D pixel art So
That's fair.
it's just nice to
That's
look at.
fair.
And I think this is when the series peaked, and it all went downhill from here.
Nuh-uh.
Because
We still got the 3DS era.
uh, X and Y are not the best games in the series. I
Oh yeah,
replayed
they're not the
Y,
best.
and Y was so boring. Like I have nostalgia, but it's
Yeah.
so boring. It's
But you're
just
missing out the other well, the other three technically.
yeah,
Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, which are my favorite Pokemon games of all time. 'Cause they
mm.
have some of the best features, and the God, the Dex Nav,
Oh yeah, true.
no feature tops that. I'm sorry, that is the best feature in a Pokemon game.
Yeah, I
Being
wasn't
able to
able
see
to.
what you're missing from here and there. No useless wiki page, no nothing.
I
And I
remember.
also really like the sneak up on the rare, like the Pokemon with the rare moves and stuff.
Mm,
I
yeah,
don't. Was it the first game to have the hideouts?
no, the OGs had it.
Okay.
So
Was it as Did they improve on it
pretty
though,
sure.
or to say
Can't remember.
that
I
was
never
my
did the
introduction?
hideouts kind of stuff in the OG ones. I've only played Emerald, and all I did with Emerald was just beat it. So Pokemon
Fair enough.
and Saph
I also
hideouts.
do think Episode Delta is some of the best post main game or main story content
Mm,
from any of the games I've played so far.
yeah, I'd agree with you on
That's
that. I mean, they don't do post
Ray
game anymore.
Clay's
They just
great.
do DLC now,
Yeah,
which is
I ain't paying for that, bro.
but
I like my shit included.
but I won't lie, I did like the new DLC. So yeah, Omega
But
Ruby, that's a good Pokemon game.
yeah, and even then, Sun and Moon,
Yeah, Sun
Alola
Moon.
is one of my favorite
It's the
regions.
best looking.
Absolutely,
It
just
has
the
the
concept
vibe.
of going between island and islands. I enjoyed Z moves as well. It was a really nice feature.
Z move was really. Oh, we didn't even speak about Mega Evolution.
Hmm.
The best gimmick,
That's like the one thing that X and
the
Y.
best battle gimmick is Megas. But that's like
Hmm.
that's like saying the best bread is bread. Like
Yeah,
no shit. Z moves
Mega
were
Evolution's
cool
good.
the first time you used them,
Hmm.
and then the animation got boring.
Yeah, if
So
they put a bit more effort into them, that would have been much nicer.
yeah,
I see these fan ones though; they kind of still don't land it because they just take ridiculously long.
yeah, like, they look cool, but
Hmm.
if you were playing it, I'd just
Balance
be
the
skipping.
speed, just balance it out or make it toggleable though.
Yeah, make. I think you can. Can you skip them when you have battle animation skip?
I
I think
think
you
there is a
can.
scap. I think there is a not scap skip feature if I'm remembering correctly
Because I
somewhere.
know you can skip Pokemon animations just
Yeah.
normally. Z move animations. Yes, in the Pokemon games you can skip Z move animations by holding down A during the animation.
So they put so much effort into the actual characters doing the Z poses and all that,
Hmm.
which was really cool. But then just the actual move itself
Oh
was
yeah, here it
just
was. In the original, you couldn't skip it. It was only in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
yeah. I remember one of the games had it. But yeah,
Yeah,
Ultra Sun and
God,
Ultra Moon was such a
2016.
good game.
Damn. Yeah, in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. In my opinion, and yeah,
I
it
really
might be
enjoy
my
them. And
favorite
Ultra,
3DS game.
that's fair.
Pokemon wise, anyway. I just love the vibe of Alola and
Yeah, Alola is one of the
Ultra
best regions out
Wormholes.
there.
Best shiny hunting
Hmm.
method in the entire series.
Not to mention, it was just the best way of like. I think no, actually, I think I still prefer Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire's way of getting the legendaries from other games,
Hmm.
like flying around Latios or Latias,
Yeah,
depending on which game you got. But still, being able to like get all these legendaries, I just love it when you can do that in a game.
yeah, and you had Team Rainbow Rocket as well for both games,
True.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Hmm.
But
That was very, very cool.
The Ultra Wormhole shiny hunting, like I said, best method. I'm just going back
Yeah.
to my Pokemon home now. Just like I got so many shinies because
Oh, that
you
game
had so
had.
many boosted odds. It was great.
I know that
I loved
game,
it.
but it didn't feel like super open. It just felt more
Yeah, like, you didn't
quality of
always
life.
get one, but it was more common. I think I'm trying to
Yeah.
find what the ratio was because I know it was. I think obviously the further you went out, the better the odds were. Ultra,
It's the least grindiest game without taking away all the fun, I'd
yeah,
say.
I think the bouncing for the EXP share was really good.
Yeah.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, the shiny odds in Ultra Wormholes increase distance traveled. starting at 1% for Type 1 wormholes and
Hmm.
rising every 500 light years for other types, with a high chance at 5,000.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to mention. The mini game to get the better wormholes
Hmm.
made it so much fun.
Yeah, I love when you be like, you be trying to battle, like Solgaleo, not going into that wormhole. But great. It's so
I
fun.
remember like how tense it used to be. Like, no, 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 no.
When you
Just
accidentally
waiting for like a
clip
double
something,
ringed
and then you
hole.
get sucked into another wormhole.
Oh, it was so fun. I do need to replay those games.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
the only issue
not to
with those
mention
two is the start is really kind of slow,
that's fair.
which is a bit boring.
Yeah, the first island's quite slow, but
That was nice.
the games always treat you like it's your first entry, and it's still
Yeah.
more entertaining than like half the Switch games.
Speaking of the Switch games,
But yeah, I just want to also mention Ultra Moon is the last time we see three Mega Evolutions until obviously the new game comes out.
yeah, because yeah, they never brought it back.
Hmm.
I mean,
So yeah,
they had other gimmicks.
temporarily rest in peace, Megas. We will see you soon though.
Yeah, we'll see you in a few months.
Hmm.
Starting off with the first Pokemon games on the Nintendo Switch, Pokemon Quest. This was a mobile game that sucked ass, so don't play
Do not remember it.
it. Yeah, it was
That just reminds me of Pokemon Conquest for the DS.
it was not very good. Don't play it. So let's speak for the proper mainline entry, which is
Hmm.
Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Have not played.
I think Let's Go Pikachu is a really cute game, and I'll leave it at that.
It looks cozy.
It's the best looking Pokemon game on Switch, but
But
yeah,
then we go
it's
on to Sword and Shield, which I played on
I'd
my
say something else
brother's.
about Let's Go
Oh,
Pikachu and
okay.
Eevee because I really like these games. They're fun. They're fine. There you
Yeah,
go.
I just didn't really see much of them in mainstream media.
Yeah, it was mainly just to get like Pokemon Go
Many
users into um the main
actual mainline
series.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I liked it. I would like a Let's Go Wooper. Just
Hell yeah.
saying. Might go.
Wooper is one of the best Pokemon.
Hmm. But if we don't, then God forbid, just don't give us a BDSP remake. So the next mainline series, the mainline game, sorry, was like I said, Sword and Shield. I think
Hmm.
we're both split on this game. I think the Switch era
Yeah,
is the one we're most split on
absolutely.
because I don't mind it. I think it's okay. It's the
I don't
weakest.
mind it. I found a lot of sections were quite boring. The main antagonist group, what were their name? Like the fans
Oh,
of that other trainer.
Yell?
I
Is that
think
their
it was
name?
something like that.
Team Skull was Ultra Sun.
Skull was
Sun and
Ultra
Moon,
Sun,
sorry.
Ultra Moon. Yeah, they were a lot more noble. Come on
Team
now.
Yell?
Yeah, either way, they were just so
Yeah, Team Yell.
meh. I
Yeah.
didn't care for the slightest,
They
which was
haven't had a
annoying.
good evil team since Gen 5. So,
I enjoyed Team Skull. I think some of their interactions were funny.
yeah, they're okay. The thing with evil teams
Especially
now is they're not
raiding.
evil. They're just kind of meanies.
Yeah.
They're like evil people who want to kill everyone. Give me back genocide in my Pokemon game.
Even then, though, like it wasn't pure evil. It was just really well. No, some of them definitely were, but a lot of it was just misguided,
Mm,
like really weird extremist beliefs.
yeah.
Like just look at Auras again,
Mm.
Team Magma and Team Aqua.
Yeah, but they're an old evil team, so
Yeah.
they don't count. Oops.
But no, yeah, Team Yell was so unnotable.
I will say, Sword, I
I like
the
the gyms.
towns look really nice.
The
When it's a
towns look really
fixed
nice, but
camera,
half of them I
it's nice.
cannot really remember
Like
that well.
there's a mushroom town in like where everything's kind of like all um bioluminescent, I think the word is. It looks
I
really
feel
nice.
like I remember that
That's where
one.
the fairy gym leader is.
I remember
Um,
finding the fairy gym. The thing is, visually, I remember it being really nice. From a design point, is I don't really
yeah, but when it's in
memorize
the
it that
wild
well.
area, it's awful. The game looks horrendous. But when it's like fixed camera angles, it looks nice. I like how it
Yeah,
looks.
but you know, I
And
think it was an alright game. It just wasn't notable to me, so it
yeah,
didn't stick in my memory for very long at all.
I do think this is the start of the the Pokemon design's getting worse.
Yeah. Try and remember some of
Um,
the unique designs.
Corviknight is my favorite, and Boltund. The starters, they're bad.
I did not like the starters at
Skull
all.
Bunny, I only like because I used it. So
I think that that generation probably has the worst starter lineup.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Gen. I would only say Gen 2, just because they're boring.
Yeah.
They just get bigger. That's it.
Hmm.
But Raboot,
Still
cool as
prefer
hell.
them to a still prefer them to a
Yeah.
Gala.
But I think
And
Sonic's
then
just
I
fine.
guess, yeah, it's just a meh game in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I mean, we also have the Sword and Shield DLC, which
Not played it.
I love Armor and Crown Tundra. They're okay. They're fine.
Yeah, my brother played them, but I didn't bother.
Mm. And then we have BDSP,
Hmm.
the worst games in the entire franchise.
Did not finish.
They suck.
Stopped before the Elite Four yet again.
Yeah, they had like the most insane Elite Four ever. They had literally competitive level Pokemon,
Yeah, I just
and
wasn't as. I don't know why I gave up, to be honest. I just kind of
it looked
went on to play other
really bad.
games.
I think it doesn't help that we'd waited years for this thing, and they show it off, and it
Yeah, I
looks
know you
so
were
ugly.
incredibly hyped.
I remember watching it, and you're just in like you're like you're thinking in your head like this looks awful, but then you're saying like this looks really wow, like, wow. You're in denial.
You're trying to
I
force
was
yourself,
going
yeah.
through the stages of grief watching the BDSP BDSP trailer because like cinema's
Uh,
my introduction, so I was like,
I only
wow, what the
bought
fuck
it
is this
'cause I
shit?
thought I just thought, oh, I haven't played this gen. I might as well buy it and experience it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a brilliant decision, Daniel.
And they did none of the improvements that Platinum added. It's just saying why? Like cool, I can
Yeah.
use Lux Free again. My goat. I didn't use it because I used the Magnezone because I don't like reusing Pokemon. That's like my one rule. Is I if I've used it before, it's gone. I can never use it ever again. But yeah, don't play.
Fair enough.
Just play Platinum. It's so much better.
Hmm.
Or just play the other Sinnoh remake that came out literally like 3 months later, which was Legends Arceus, which again you
I
haven't
need to
played.
play that one still, but my brother owns it digitally, so I can't play it on my Switch.
Which I will say they're the best Pokemon games in years. Book game, I just say sorry, not
Mhm.
games.
Yeah, that's it's a
This was
standalone.
finally after 20 years they shook up the formula and they've done it
People liked it.
well. They did okay. They got a thumbs up for like good effort.
Yes, I need to
Mm,
try that one out. That's one of the ones I was interested in, but
mm.
obviously.
Because this one's more focusing about like you're completing the very first Pokedex ever, which is a cool
Hmm.
idea. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to kind of like go around hunting Pokemon. The gameplay is different, so it's not boring. It's still kind of boring though. But I like Legends Arceus. Sorry, Legends Arceus.
Why
But
do you keep calling it Arcus?
because there's a Pokemon PokeTuber meme.
Oh,
It is
fun.
called Arceus and Yamatal.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's whatever. Whatever. It's good. It's a very good Pokemon game.
Yeah,
As a game though, if I'm like judging it to other stuff, it's just
play
oof.
something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if
And
you're
then
gonna
that
play any
leads us
Switch
on
games, play that.
to, I think, our most divided game now.
Yes.
Scarlet and
Scarlet and
Violet.
Violet.
I would like this game if it was priced like 10, £15 less.
hmm
Was not worth like the 40 something quid I paid. Like, was it 45? It was somewhere
50.
between 45 and 50. Oh, yeah, 50.
I think it's 50.
Way overpriced.
I had fun.
Genuinely, it. I felt like Ark Ascended was less of a scam, and
hmm
that's saying something.
You left for
And I got
free.
that game for free.
Uh,
It did not feel like money well spent. I could have spent that money on a lot better.
yeah. It's ugly
What?
looking. It's
Absolutely.
horrible to look at.
The design, and not to mention the designs are
And a lot
not
of the
good.
original are really bad.
Hmm.
But I thought it was
I could have bought Baldur's Gate 3 with that money, man.
yeah, probably could have actually. Yeah. Although this came out the year before.
I don't care.
I I like Violet.
That's money I could have saved. That was a second game that I felt scammed by.
hmm
And that is what has made me hesitant on buying so many titles for the Switch.
Yeah, I mean the thing with Violet is that I like they've set a good path for mainline games,
Don't get me
and
wrong, the open world and
yeah,
progression idea is brilliant.
they just don't execute it
The
well.
quality just is not worth the
No, it's
price
the
in
fact
the
that you can go
slightest.
anywhere, but you can't find every gym. You have to find the things in a specific order because they don't
Mhm.
level balance anyone.
Yeah.
Like you can just find the
They
last
could
gym
have
leader
just
and he's
done
OP.
level scaling.
That's the word, sorry, not
It's
level
not
balancing.
difficult.
It was Game Freak.
Hmm
They need to make. They couldn't make an animation, Daniel. Let alone do
It's,
that.
in my opinion, it's in the same boat as art. It's cool concept, just terrible quality execution,
Hmm.
and nowhere near the price that it's. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that is why I have such a distaste for this game.
and then this one also had DLC, Teal Mask and Indigo Disc. I've only played the Teal Mask and I enjoyed it. Indigo Disc is kind of boring. And then that
Again, I
leads us
prefer the
off.
days when the post game stuff was free.
Mm, yeah, now
But
it's
yeah.
literally just complete the Pokedex. And now we leaves us with Legends, ZA,
hmm
ZA, Z to
Which
A,
we will
whatever this thing's
see how
called.
it goes. I'm not too optimistic. I'll still get it probably just to try the dynamic fights because that's something I've
I've
wanted.
chained myself up to this franchise for too long.
I've wanted dynamic fights in Pokemon games for years. Like since
Mm,
honestly, for as long as I can remember, since I started watching the anime.
yeah, just but you can finally dodge,
Hmm
and you can see them dodge. They
It's
just like
brilliant.
jump
It's not just text on a screen.
into like thing you dodged. Wow.
Hmm So this could be another step in the right direction for mainline.
Hopefully,
But yeah,
I still think
as I
it
say, we'll see when
looks
the game comes out. It doesn't.
ugly. It looks
Yeah, it does look
horrible
quite ugly. I don't like
graphically.
being trapped to the city.
Yeah.
I like exploring regions, and Alola set that bar so high.
Hmm.
So yeah,
I just think, yeah. I mean, I like Carlos. I don't know.
cars are a bit meh.
It's France, so he's not great.
But yeah,
But
I
we'll
think
play it. We'll
the
review it.
Switch 2's the only saving grace for this franchise,
Oh
in
yeah,
my opinion. They seriously need that added performance that this should offer.
because
Because if it
Nintendo needs to
doesn't,
sort that.
if it is like a 10% upgrade, the Switch 2 might be one of the biggest shams ever. I doubt it'll be that
Yeah,
small because, like, what we're getting 24-player Mario Kart and stuff now.
yeah. And Metro Prime 4, that looks absolutely insane
Haven't looked at that.
graphically. And I think Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is a gorgeous looking game, I believe I forgot to mention this. I think it's meant to run at 60 on the Switch too. There's like a
That's big.
rumor going around with that
Just hearing 60 on the Switch is big.
because they don't obviously don't run 60 on the Switch One, but
Yeah.
I believe it's something to do with like on the box. It
Yeah.
mentions I think I might be wrong on that though, but Xenoblade Chronicles X and 60 frames is a conversation somewhere on the internet.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah. So this is, what I want to see from a Pokemon game moving forward is an
is
interesting like region on the levels of Alola.
mm,
I want it to feel fresh each turn because that game offered something unique on every island and it was brilliant.
mhm,
And I really like the trial style gyms.
yeah,
I think honestly gyms have been quite consistent throughout, like when they innovate on them. Like I enjoyed the whole stadium type thing from
mhm,
Sword and Shield.
yeah.
I also enjoyed the
Because
trials
it's
and
like the
even
anime
just
a
the
lot more.
old gym. Yeah. But
So
even then the old gym formula was still fun, like mainly the ones with puzzles. I think those were fun.
mhm.
Like what that water gym in Ruby Sapphire, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, where you had to like do the tiles.
Oh yeah.
It was infuriating, but so satisfying when you completed it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I really like the gyms are fine, but I would like to see something like similar to it.
Yeah. But I think if what I wanted in the new Pokemon game, I just wanted it to run better.
That is another big thing, performance.
That's all. That's
I
my biggest
think
issue. I
a
just want them
lot
to
of
run.
Switch titles
I want them to
just
look better
benefit from that.
and run better.
Hmm.
So
But I don't want hyper realistic.
yeah,
I want them to stick with the stylized thing.
I don't if they go down the look of like because they will stick with 3D. I know they'll never go back to 2D. I think they should, but they won't.
Yeah.
Um, if they're gonna look 3D, try and make them look like the fixed camera sections of Sword and Shield, or Legends. Let's go, Pikachu and Eevee.
Just make them nice to look at, just all
Just
around.
just make
Don't
them
make
good.
it like,
Put
don't
some
make it
effort.
nice from one angle. Make it nice from all angles. Come on.
Yeah, but that's just like obviously not from that angle, but that's just like the comparison is those
Yeah.
parts because the wide area looks
Mhm.
horrible in Sword and Shield.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But
No. I just another thing though. Make the progression more free.
yeah,
Linear's all right for like starting out, but the Pokemon audience is growing up, and we seriously do want
that's the
something
issue
more.
though. With that is like we're growing up, but also there's so many more people joining Pokemon.
I don't know.
So
But I think because of how broad the age range is, it could
yeah,
really benefit from that freedom. It can still be played in a linear order. You can lay it out, but give us that choice.
because you can. I played Scarlet and Violet in the linear order because I thought because that's when I was like, oh wait, you kind of have to because nothing's scaled to my level.
I
So
thought from what I looked at, I think I thought what people typically fight is like this, like one of the later gyms, like almost straight away,
hmm
which was a bit of a struggle.
but
But
yeah,
yeah,
they just need to
level scaling,
do shit.
level scaling,
Level
such a
scaling,
simple fix.
them to look nice and run well, not be buggy
Hmm.
and glitchy. I completely forgot that we did we even mention the fact that Scarlet and Violet didn't work.
I don't think we did. Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, the amount of times Koraidon fell through the floor was
But yeah, my game was not as bad as some other people had it. It wasn't
a lot of
great.
crashes, a lot of networking issues.
Yeah.
We tried to play the multiplayer type thing,
hmm
and it would last for about 10 minutes before one of us would disconnect from the other.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And hey, besides, if we don't like that, we can just play Monster Hunter. So.
exactly, which we will get around to at some point. But that's another thing though. I want a really nice multiplayer experience. I want to feel like I'm in the anime traveling with my friends, bro.
hmm
That's honestly just what I want out of a Pokemon game, to feel like I'm playing the
Feel like
anime,
you're on an
essentially.
adventure.
Yeah.
Which.
'Cause that's what I grew up on, man. That was what got me into Pokemon.
hmm
It was just so fun, and I just want that experience for myself.
Yeah.
So yeah. How
Okay.
long have we been waffling for?
Hour 27.
Okay, I think that's good. Right.
Whoa.
Got anything you want to quickly throw what you've been up to this week?
I obviously binge watched all of Severance. Which means I don't really have much time to watch stuff. No, I watched Bound, The Last Bell, which is a animated short film that my friend told me about. Um, I logged my 1000th film on Letterboxd with The Mummy from 1999, and that
Hmm.
movie's goated. 5 stars, easiest 5 stars ever. It's literally Uncharted the game, the film, sorry. And then I watched The Thief and the Cobbler, which is a film that was never finished, which is it's okay. It's a film where you have to give it the benefit of the doubt because it was never finished. And then I watched a film this morning with a friend of mine called With Reindeer and Sled, which is about the Sami people from Norway or Sweden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like a silent film from 1923
Hmm.
in black and white. Don't fucking say
Black and white. Black and white. Was it French
it. It was
too?
nope. There was no words. It was in Swedish, I think. But there was like a light because it's at this film festival called Hip Fest, which I think they have like a live orchestra of people from that kind of culture who play
Oh yeah.
music to the film, which me and my friend were like, this is cool, and we both agreed. For some reason, they had techno music playing
Hmm.
for this 1923 film about people who ride sleds with reindeers.
What do you mean,
So,
bro?
so when the beat
That was
dropped,
when it
it was very
peaked.
weird because they were just like tying up reindeers and the beat was going off. But yeah, and we only watched like 45 minutes of it because the Vimeo shut down midway through. Oh, oopsie.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah, no fair dues. Is that all you've been up to this week then?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've been replaying Astrobot. I'm playing Helldivers 2 because a
Yeah,
friend of
there
mine's
you
got it.
go. Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
And even then, we were just playing it a bit before because the new War Band
Oh yeah.
and obviously Cowboys.
Hmm. And no,
So
so I
yeah,
moved
that's
rooms. I forgot to mention that.
hmm
If that's why, if
yeah.
the audio sounds kind of echoey, there's like nothing in here on
For me, it sounds fine,
Discord.
but that's with Discord's
Yeah.
noise cancellation, so I don't know what the
So
actual
if
raw
if
recording will be
the
like.
audio does sound echoey, that's why. Or if I sound quieter, because I'm like I have a shared wall with my sister's room. So
Yeah.
yeah, not great.
Well, on to my week, I guess. Obviously, Nathan just mentioned Helldivers. Obviously, I'm probably the most active on this game.
Hmm.
Well, no, I am because I have now crossed 300 hours on it.
Yeah, I think I have 114, 15.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time on this game, and for good reason. It's really fun.
Hmm.
Because yeah, as I said, one of our friends got it, so we've been showing him the game, dragging him straight into the depths of hell.
Yeah, it's level 8, or
Hmm
9s. I can't
Level
remember which
8
one
on
you can do.
when it was like level 4 when we dragged him onto like impossible.
I mean, hey,
I don't even think that.
teach him young.
Get the XP, you know.
Exactly.
No, we were helping him out, making sure he had a fun time. He's really enjoying it at the minute as well.
Mm.
And I've just been kind of grinding out medals for all my war bonds. Almost done with Servants of Freedom. Got the portable hell bomb at the end of today.
Yeah,
So I'm going to be blowing up you guys next time we play.
thanks.
Now I really want to try the trebuchet thing. You know we used to talk about
Yeah, I think
with
so.
the auto
Oh,
cannon
sorry.
factory.
That just reminded me. Don't mean to cut you off. I was just looking at my phone. Um,
Of course, they're French
it was
for
Isaac's birthday the other day
Oh, true,
on the
true, true.
Friday, which that's probably why it didn't remind me because he's not here. So yes, Isaac's 19th birthday, where me, him, and Freddie
Well,
went
dropping
out.
his aim, dropping his age.
That's not bad. Unk. Well, he's not like unk like you. Where
Of the
yeah, we
same
went
age.
to the zoo and that was fun. We did a YouTube moment, so yeah, if you want to, in the
Didn't
comments,
vlog
wish
it
him a
though.
happy birthday. We took pictures, but I don't want to share them. But yeah,
I will be vlogging the London
just
trip.
because the logo of the zoo is on the thing, so
Yeah, fair.
that's why. That's his why. So yeah, in the comments, wish him happy birthday.
Hmm
I'm sure he'll enjoy that a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did a
Right, no worries.
slide in there.
Right. I kind of only got mine mentioned because it was on the day we recorded.
Mm.
But yeah. Right, but
Mm.
back to what I was doing. So yeah, that was Helldivers. Obviously, still on the weekly Phasmo grind. Bit less of one this week because one of our mates had a bit of a tantrum about it.
Oh yeah,
So
I remember you telling me about that.
we got one game in the day after, and then we haven't played since. But the weekly challenge is out tomorrow, so we'll probably be back on it then. I got one of the hardest achievements in the game to get, which is get killed by a demon ability within the first minute of the round.
Hmm,
And we were on a custom mode which sets sanity to 0, so that could have very well just been a natural hunt, but I got lucky and it was a ability hunt.
that's good.
So yeah, it is one of the toughest achievements to get in the game. So much so that you will just see people in the subreddit weekly posting about how they got it because it's that rare.
Hmm.
But yes, very happy. Did not post it in Reddit though, because I do not want to flood people's thing with the same thing every week.
Yeah.
Other than Phasmo, in terms of gaming, been replaying Cyberpunk a little bit. I've got a new mod profile for it, which makes the game a bit harder. As soon as I've got my new PC now and I can run it high graphics, it's been great.
Hmm.
Been on my Switch a bit more still, playing Will of the Wisp. Literally in the final section now, so that's fun. And that's pretty much it for gaming. It's been a bit quiet.
Yeah.
We'll be playing some more new games soon, though, as I get around to it.
Hmm.
So yeah, uni's just kind of taking a forward for us. However, in TV, I have finally finished Dragon Ball Z.
Yay.
We are now to Dragon Ball Super. I finished Battle of Gods already.
Hmm.
On to the next arc after that. And yeah, I've been enjoying it. I know people say Super isn't good, but I found it good.
Yeah.
In other news, no Invincible this week. Are you sure?
There they go. Yeah. Shut up.
Are you
I
sure?
remember before that. I think it was like around when that meme started. I would say something. Cam would just go, "Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?" I wouldn't recognize that's what he was doing. It's horrible. Hated
Yeah,
it.
no, well, all of that would devolved into Arkham Insanity.
That's what happens when there's no Invincible Thursdays anymore.
Yeah. And but yeah, no, weekly wise, it has been solo leveling,
Mhm.
which I enjoyed the new episode.
Is that finished yet?
Kind of predictable. No, and final episodes this coming
Okay.
Saturday. But yeah, it was a bit predictable and a bit disappointing. But I won't get into spoilers because I want Nathan to try this out at some point. It
Mhm.
is fun, but it is kind of like a kind of a JJK scenario where it's more
Yeah.
aura and hype moments, kind of to summarize it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard about a complaint with solo leveling.
Yeah,
Oops.
it was just kind of too easy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, which is never the best thing. Like, bro, even Dragon Ball has difficulty because the enemies just get scaled up more and more and more,
Mhm.
which does make it interesting to watch. But yeah, that's my only complaint. My brother's not happy with that complaint, but
Fair enough.
apparently the writing does get better according to someone on a comment section somewhere.
Mhm.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much it for me.
All right.
And I think that ends the episode.
Yes. Nothing else really to say. Another. I guess I'll chuck this reminder in there again. Um, not next week. Sorry, week after. Switch 2 stream 2nd on the April. I don't remember what time it is though, but obviously I'll remind people what time it is on next episode. And
Yep.
see it's
I'll
on the.
probably join this time. I will still be
Mhm.
streaming it on my own channel though.
And then the week after that is me and Daniel going to the Switch 2, which we'll then talk about in
Hell
an
yeah.
episode, which I will not stop gloating about because we are cool as shit. Because Jeff Keighley didn't get
Hell
in. Haha, fuck you, Jeff.
yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I wonder if we'll meet anyone like that we watch online and stuff.
I mean, it's in
Uh,
London, so it's.
exactly.
I mean, that's the only one in the UK, so maybe we'll see content creators there.
Oh,
It'd be
let's go
us.
see the side man.
We have. We're the AK podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're the best community. That's why.
I'll be vlogging it and probably put it on my own channel.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's it.
All right. I think that's it for the episode though. So without any further ado, thank you very much for watching and we will see you next week.
Without further ado,
Adios.
we bid you adieu. Is that the saying? I don't
Wow.
know.